Hi there, Sagittarius. Thank you so very much for your patience with this reading. This is your mid-May reading. Let us see what's in store for you. Although I will say, as I was meditating on your sign before I turned on the camera, I had this vision of you in a sort of like community pool. Okay, so whatever that means. But I also got the feeling for you that it's like you're reassembling the pieces to something. Okay, you're reassembling the pieces to something, picking up the pieces and putting them back together. That's what I'm hearing. Let's see what this is all about, Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Okay, these two. Oh, okay. Hope you saw that, because the way that these two cards flipped right off the top of this main stack was kind of interesting. It was like a blurb, and there are two cards here that remained at the base as I was trying to move the main stack. So the Fool in reverse, overlaying the Five of Cups, transmutation underway, emotional stagnancy from the past. Beautiful, Sagittarius. Mother of Wands in reverse, Empress in reverse. Okay, so we'll heat that. You will heat that. Let's see. Ready. Okay, I want to pull one more. Yes. Okay. Okay. Now, let me tune in here 1 second. I will say this, Sagittarius, for a number of you, this could be a birth. This could absolutely be a birth. Okay. One that you've been expecting. I'll say that. You've been expecting it. You've been expecting it. Something about fertility, absolutely. Absolutely. Something that you've been dreaming, hoping, wishing for would come about. A new beginning, Sagittarius. A new beginning. Now, let's take a look here at what cards came out for the Celtic Cross. Okay, I'll read them off to you first. Right up and out, you have the Daughter of Cups in reverse in your deep past, followed by the Two of Swords upright in your recent past. You stepped into Temperance, your very own energy of the Major Arcana, upright, which led you to your current state of the Three of Wands upright. Absolute portal, new world, new beginning. Yes, yes, yes. And it speaks to your passion, your drive, your flame, that inner divine spark. Okay, it's beautiful energy. And it's right next to the Magician. So, something about creation, manifestation. I'm feeling fertility for a number of you. Okay, so absolutely could be birth. Could be birth. Or even just the thought of it, the possibility of it. Like beginning talks of it, the baby steps towards it. Something having to do with even the prospect of having a child or conceiving of something in some kind of way, okay? But a lot of this process of creation, I'm feeling, is speaking to your very own propensity to create the world that you so desire. All right? Magician. Now, this is something that perhaps in the past, you knew it in your gut. You knew, right, Sagittarius? I want to make a decision about something. I wanted to come to full clarity, just once and for all, about what it is I want to manifest. What exactly it is I want to manifest. I know that the world I want to create involves, to a certain degree, the channeling of my water energy, my fire energy. Okay, I'm getting that strongly by way of this blazing moon that we see here on the Two of Swords card, as well as the Daughter of Cups in reverse. Okay, in the deep past. So, you knew, right? Like macro. I first of all, I know that there's something that I want to create. I know there's something that I'm not fully channeling. Okay. But what exactly, to the very down to the very detail, right? Is it? What is it? Right? Peeling that sticker off. Getting to the root, the base of it. Right? We talked about that energy, I remember, in the past few readings for you. So I feel that whatever that sort of questioning was, whatever that ambiguity was, it's like you're stepping into the role. You know what the role is. You know what part you want to play. Absolutely. And you're so adamant and fierce, I'll say fierce, with the way that you are pursuing and taking on that role, playing that part. Okay. You're stepping up to the plate, Sagittarius. Okay. It's like you recognize how much is at stake. I'm hearing that. How much is at stake, but also your role as a creator. Okay, and how much of a part you play. You realize how big of a part you play. Okay, now, Magician is in your advice position, looking straight over at the Devil, who's in reverse in your near future. Okay, interesting interaction between those two. But you have the Lovers in reverse in your hopes and or fears. Okay, and your final outcome, Son of Pentacles, looking over from behind at this Lovers in reverse. Interesting as well. Okay. What's going on here, Sagittarius? Now, what's interesting about this spread, I'll say it like this, is there's this, it's like this mirroring. It's this mirroring. It's like a wave, but another wave right behind it. And the wave in front, right, doesn't have any sort of conception, right? It doesn't see what's behind it. It doesn't see that there's this other wave approaching behind it. Right? But it perhaps feels that it's there, right? Intuitively, the ocean, right? The consciousness of the ocean feels and knows. But whatever that may mean to some of you, right? Something about internal consciousness. Okay, but for example, let me show it to you. There's this mirroring effect here that's happening. Temperance and the Son of Cups. They look kind of similar, looking in the same direction. They're both birds, right? But it's like, I don't know, I feel like they're like acting on stage. There's this feeling of like the motion picture, something about the motion picture. Be in motion. So okay, in the past, there was this sort of period of rumination, perhaps stagnancy, okay, feeling unfulfilled emotionally, feeling like, there's more to the story, right? Of me, my story, the one that I want to write, the one that I want to play in and live through. Okay, there's more to that end that I know I'm not fully clear on, but once I'm clear on it, I know it's just a matter of pursuing it, and it's done, and it happens, right? Because I am the manifester of that world. Now, beautiful Sagittarius. Okay. Look, okay. I almost said Temperance, but the Hermit. This is Virgo's card in your theme in reverse. So these two cards are closely placed next to one another. I feel that Temperance, you're stepping into your own, and this is what's replacing this period of stagnancy, right? In terms of the action that's taken. Temperance, we still see the tempering of the fire, the flame. But it's more, I feel like you're getting into your zone, Sagittarius. You're getting into your zone. Okay, and I'm hearing acting for a lot of you. Acting. Something about acting out, acting in, acting for, acting with, something having to do with motion, projection, something about a screen, right? It's like, and again, reflection. Bringing something to life, Sagittarius. Oh my, it's like this is, I feel for you that it's like you've been writing the script. Okay, you've been writing the script for so long. You've been like in your room, right, under the candlelight. Just just writing, right? Night after night. Whatever this, I'm hearing even like soliloquy, okay, is. Whatever this expression of adamance, of love even is. And the love of creation, I'm also hearing that. And it's like, now comes the day, the time, the awakening, okay, that moment of realization that, right, it's like, I'm going to the preview of the movie, of which I've written the script for so long. So long. It's so exciting. It's so exhilarating. You're in the driver's seat, okay? Hand on that wheel, Sagittarius. Like, look at the way this magician is looking into the future with this 3 of Wands behind it. Okay, you're holding fast to this vision. You're committed to whatever this vision is, this next stage that you want to step into, move through. That also speaks to your personal transformation. I will say that. Okay. You have been preparing for something, Sagittarius. Okay, look at this. Hermit in reverse, all in your theme. Hermit in reverse, preceding the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, preceding the 6 of Cups upright. Something having to do with the emotional realm, right? We saw that right up and out in the very beginning. 5 of Cups in reverse. Followed by a new beginning, the Fool, which I feel is underway. Okay. And the 8 of Cups in your energetic pathway that you step into as you lead into your final outcome. Have the Lovers, right? It is Gemini's card, air energy, but it speaks of love, right? That emotional satisfaction, bliss. You have the Son of Cups in your environment, upright, and you have the Daughter of Cups in reverse in your deep past. So you have a pair with water characters, and you have the 6 of Cups. Okay, so absolutely, right? I'm feeling for you. This speaks to a matter that concerns a balancing act of some kind. Okay, be it the 2 halves of our being, again, that which is related to the water element, and the other which is related to the fire element, all right? Or it can speak to a partnership. Okay, and you have the Lovers, right? So if it is a partnership, you have been getting this like writing, this writing feeling, and perhaps in the past I'm even getting writer's block. I'm getting writer's block from the past. Something about, I like see you up at night, Sagittarius. Which is like interesting because Sagittarius is so action oriented, right? Sagittarius is front and center, front of the line. Like, get us on the rodeo show. Like, I'm ready to take action. But you have taken this sort of backstage approach for whatever this matter has meant to you and been, right? Again, perhaps a relationship, the give and the take, looking very, very finely at what the situation is, what the relationship is, what the predicament is, how, right, it's fair to both parties. The give and the take, this came up in your last reading, I do remember that, yes, right? And it could pertain to finances, career, absolutely as well, right? You do have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, right? But it's the reflection, the review, the rumination on, I'm getting even how to mend the injustice in any kind of way, or the imbalance that does exist in whatever this union may be. Again, it can be the union of self, right? Even the masculine, the feminine side, we all have those 2 propensities, yin and the yang. Bringing them together in such a way where the balance is struck and you feel that you're in a position to create. Right? And that's what the Magician reminds us of, the balance that's needed to create. You see every element on this card. So, I'm getting like even deep in your studies, trying even like algorithmic, trying to configure the most fair approach, the most, even I'm hearing, lucrative approach that will sustain itself, not only right in terms of fertility, okay, you want it to be successful, but not just successful, not just into the long term, right? Not just materially, especially with the devil in reverse, not just materially, but I'm getting first and foremost in a way that is emotionally satisfying and liberating of our creative truth. So, how you want to water these roots, right? They're so colorful. There's an emphasis on that. I feel that that's been, right, the focus for you. How do I contribute of myself, of my emotional propensities in a way that is going to help sustain this tree, sustain this relationship, sustain this situation, job, whatever it may be, right, that I give of myself to. So, it's been, I feel, a long period of rumination, and the transformation of a relationship as well. I will say that you have death in reverse underlying the Six of Cups. So there's, and if this is, it's like if something did not work in the past quite in the way that you expected it to, right? It's like this was a period of reviewing. Okay, why didn't it exactly, right, turn up to be how I expected? What happened? What went down? Right? What were the nuances of the process that in some shape or form were not, I keep hearing fertile, something about fertile. Okay, something is like compromising the fertility, like something about drought, something about emotional drought, something about not maybe even expressing enough, not giving enough of that vulnerability. Okay, and so it's like thinking about how do I come into this? How do I strike this accordance in and of myself, so that I can come into the position of creating the world that I seek. Okay, so I'm also hearing in pursuit of abundance, whatever that may mean, right? It doesn't have to be something material, tangible. Abundance can be love, it can be gratitude. How do I come into my own to feel that feeling of gratitude for life? What is my soul calling, right? Where I feel ultimately purposeful in what I do, knowing that what I create is what I want to create, what I desire deeply as a soul, not just as a human, not just as the intellectual mind, right? But as a soul, and actually really all three of those sort of worlds, right? And beings, expressions of self together as one. So, okay, now, Son of Wands here. I decided to just split the deck intuitively. There were a few cards that I felt I was drawn to pull out, and the way that I split these two pull-out subdecks was rather interesting. Okay, the Son of Wands, looking over at the Five of Wands in reverse. So, fire energy, lots of fire energy here, lots, right? Son of Wands, this uprising, right? This uprising sort of pursuit, vision of what it is that we want to create, and feeling like, and I feel this was in the past, and it could have characterized what this period of rumination was for you, that I feel you're now kind of like coming out of, you're crawling out of this shell, right? And I'm getting Cancer for some of you as well. Cancer, the sign. Cancer, like crab shell. Something about crab shell, like coming out about something. Okay, so, right, Son of Wands is looking over the Five of Wands in reverse. So there's this feeling, perhaps in the past, of feeling like, I know, right, that the truth and the path that's right for me lies just over, right, the hill. I know that the day will come where I have this clarity, where I feel like I know, right, what this working solution will be. What this working solution will be to whatever this predicament is that has me somewhat entangled and tied up. I'm feeling heavily on the rational mind. Okay. I know that eventually I will have the strength in reverse underlying the Death card, to pursue and move forward, follow through with this transformation and change. I know that I will. It's not a matter of knowing that. It's not a matter of holding fast to that vision. It's simply, right, the steps that precede it. What are those steps? How do I lay the groundwork? How exactly, which wand do I pick up? As the Son of Wands, right? Which wand do I choose? And right, you have so much fire going on. So much fire, Sagittarius. And you are a fire sign. So we're not all too surprised to see that, to feel that, rather. But right, it's like you've been in a period, I'm hearing also, of remission. It's like I don't know. It's like what I feel for you, Sagittarius, is like it's been a carnival ride that it was like out of service. Like, sorry, kids, out of service, right? And it's like the funnest carnival ride, right? But you've just been like, sorry, right? Like, don't have time to be myself right now. There's something that I need to figure out once and for all before I can be myself, before I can feel myself. And exhale. So there's been this like hunkering down, okay, this rumination, feeling like so many options. Which one? And I believe it regards, absolutely, the emotional realm. How do I communicate what I feel? Four of Cups, upright, right? What is the action, the best path towards this revelation of emotional truth, of expressing who I am, who I really am, how I really feel. Temperance, following the Son of Cups, how I really feel. Showing that, proving that to the environment that I'm involved in, that I live in, that I partake in, right? As a member of society. Remaining authentic and steadfast in that self-expression. Something about revealing yourself to the world, Sagittarius, and what you can create. Again, you know that potential is boundless. You've known it. It's just, right, the navigation to it that I feel this past, or perhaps current, right, moving out of it though, was for you. Now, what's interesting, you have the Four of Cups, and you have the Five of Cups here, right? From the very beginning, so 4 or 5. You're hoping that by way of this communication of emotional truth, okay, and the bringing forth of clarity, the Sun upright, right beneath the Four of Cups. So much contrast for you between darkness and day. Okay, hidden, concealed, and the bringing out, the bringing forth, the light, right? We see that also with the Death card and the Strength card. And the Five of Cups and the Fool. But you're hoping, Sagittarius, that whatever this revelation is, this bringing out, right, of this emotional truth, you feel that ultimately doing that will help wash away, right, whatever emotional residue subsisted from the past, which leads you to a brand new beginning, a brand new beginning. You have been, Sagittarius, looking forward to this new beginning. The Fool is looking towards the past. The Fool's like in the future, in reverse, like hanging. I'm getting like Hanged Man style, right? Hanged Man. Towards the past. It's like you've been looking towards into the future for so long. Part of you has been in this sort of, it's like this. It's like exactly like this. It's like an actor, right, who has to play a certain role in a movie, okay? And before the actor steps on stage, right, for months and months and months, however long, right, they must prepare for that role, okay? They must embody that role. They must act, feel as if they are already that character, right? Mind, body, soul. And so it's been a process of exactly that for you, I'm feeling. It's like you've projected yourself into the future as a certain kind of person in a certain situation, okay, kind of at the threshold of this new beginning, okay? And it's been a process of the preparation of self for that role, for when, right, your preview is set to launch for the movie that is your own life. You're the actor in your own movie, Sagittarius. Oh my goodness. Do you see it's so interesting. It's so interesting. Okay, because we see this inversion and we see this extroversion. And the realization that what I create, what I emanate, right, is what I am and who I am. My world around me is only a reflection of the world within me. That's huge, Sagittarius. Whatever this transformation is, it's so profound. I feel it's a major turning point. Okay, now, it's interesting. We have here the Magician looking over the Devil. Devil in reverse. Both characters, both major arcana. Okay. Both kind of fiery. Fiery. But the Devil is technically Earth, Capricorn's card. It's a fire-footed goat. So what I see here is a referencing to a certain implementation of fire energy in the past, as I'm feeling it, in the past. Okay, so where perhaps in the past, I feel this is you, it's like this. You're looking at yourself, your own self, this reflection of your old self as the new self that you are. Recognizing how much you've grown, how much you've matured, how much you've come into your own, Sagittarius, and struck this balance, okay? And it could pertain to career, finances, how you pursue what it is you want to create in your life. Realizing that, right, you don't need to adhere to a systemized sort of way of producing. I'm hearing that for some of you. That there's more to life than just producing. And that it's really about producing with intention. Okay. Not merely with insistence or desire even. Okay, but with purpose that is soul deep purpose. Look at the figure 8 on the chest of this leopard on the Magician card, right? In every element present yet again, right? Where we see an over insistence on earth here, on earth. We see here the balance of every element. And the glue of what that Magician creates is brought forth by way of its alliance with its intuition, what it's driven to do, what it's compelled to create from a place that's very real. Even the simple believing that I can create what I want, right? The Magician, does not doubt its ability to pull the bunny rabbit out of the hat, right? It knows its tricks. It knows what it's working with, which is its own potential, right? So it's like you are coming into your own Sagittarius. Absolutely. It's like once and for all, like absolutely. And I'm zeroing in on this moss agate stone, speaking to material abundance, wealth. You are manifester alert, Sagittarius. Okay. Having to do, I feel like this, where in the past, perhaps you realize, something about the give and take was not fruitful. Okay. I may have sought, right, this abundance in some kind of way. I may have tried to bring it about, worked very hard towards it, perhaps, absolutely. It wasn't culminating in some way. There was an imbalance of some sort. And so it was only when I let go of that, and I took a very close look at how I was contributing to that on every level, but especially emotionally. That, and I'll say mind, body, soul as well. I'm zeroing in on that. And I'll tell you why. Look at this card, Sagittarius. 3 cups on either side that line this tree, the path, right? Mind, body, soul, the trilogy of being. It's like a triangle. Something about that sort of balance, striking that kind of balance in what you do, making sure that all of those 3 sides of that triangle are solid. Okay, and to ensure that you are creating and manifesting from that kind of place. Okay, so I was saying that it only when you release that need, right, that focus on bringing this abundance, whatever it is, forth, and focusing instead on the process by which you are achieving and giving of yourself. And setting your intentions, I'm getting that strongly, setting your intentions, the nucleus of the vision of what you want to create, bringing that to the fore, Sagittarius. It's like you come to this place of feeling, first and foremost, that much more comfortable in the role of creating, okay? Where perhaps in the past you felt like you had the underhand. That's my dog, by the way. Bandit. So if you hear something snoring, it's him. Okay. Right? You feel like you have the upper hand now. You're somehow on higher ground. Okay, with backup of some sort as well. I'm feeling for some of you. There's some sort of backup, feeling like you're backed up in some kind of way. Okay. But there's this feeling of, or this realization that now that I've come full circle in a way, now that I've come to the point, right, where I'm not coming from a place of needing to produce and attain and acquire, right? Especially financially, I'm feeling, for many of you. I meet the point of abundance right there. Right? Everything flows right there in that very moment of my personal alliance with self. So where purpose meets persistence, okay, is where I create harmoniously. Right? The balance. And so, wherever you felt imbalance, Sagittarius, it's like evening out. It is evening out. Okay, the devil is like at the mercy of this magician. And so we move into the hopes and fears, lovers in reverse, okay, who are flying into the devil. Interesting. And what's interesting further is that the Son of Pentacles is looking over at the 2 birds who are flying into the devil. And the magician's looking back at this whole process. So I'm feeling the magician has higher ground. I feel you have high grounds in whatever this process is. And I feel it's a process, absolutely. I feel like it's like a boom, boom, boom. Like it's like scenes in the movie. Okay, and it's like a revelation. So what's interesting, okay, let me try to extrapolate this. There's a lot going on. Okay, look at this. Look at these 4 cards. Son of Pentacles, Magician, both sandwiching. These 2 cards in the middle, who are all moving towards the Magician. There's this culmination of energies that meet the Magician right at his doorstep. Right? And it's like the Magician has the foresight. I feel the Magician's on high ground. Son of Pentacles, someone's coming at you. Sagittarius, someone's coming at you. Okay. We'll get to an alternative with that, but I'm feeling strongly that it's like you have the foresight. Okay, again, there's this introversion, extroversion. There's this present and this future, right? The Fool looking back at the past, but from a position of the future. So something about the mind, even mind, time, travel, space, time, continuum. You are surpassing boundaries with your mind, Sagittarius. Okay. And so, this is like a multi-dimensional experience. I'm going to say it like that, Sagittarius, a multi-dimensional experience. And it's confounding any sort of perception of time and space that you have. I will say it like that as well. Okay, so. Now, whoever the Son of Pentacles is pushing, is commanding, pushing, whatever this train, it's like a train, I'm getting like a train vibe, whatever this train of events, this chain of events even, is forward, but from the future, from this future projection. Okay, I feel like look, even the way that I'm speaking, I'm feeling is like in spurts, and it's the way that this Empress and the Mother of Cups popped out, right? It was like a blurb, like a right, and it's coming out in like pieces. It's coming out in parts, and so it's the unfolding, right, of a story, the pieces that I feel you're putting into place. But it's a two-way road. That's what I'm feeling, right? I'm feeling it's you and another moving, coming to the same sort of point. And you both sort of know what's happening. Okay, you both feel it, you both know it, you're both magnetized towards whatever this is, whatever this experience is. And it comes to this realization for both of you that you're both the creator of that reality. Okay, it's all coming to the Magician. And there's a focus on this over-presiding faith. The vision of hope. Realizing that what you see into the future is what is brought to you in the now. Wow, Sagittarius, right? Look, it's like, it's so interstellar. It's so Inception. Whatever this energy is, it's like quantum physics 101. Okay, but in an otherworldly kind of way. I feel like you're experiencing something on like astral travel, multiple dimensions, right? Because look at it in this way. The Magician, it's almost like the Magician sends out a thought beam, right? A thought emits some sort of energy, a desire, an intention, right? Off into the future, which is where this energy is, the Son of Pentacles. Son of Pentacles similarly seems to be emitting some sort of thought energy wave. right? It's like this transference. So as a magician, right, having the power to create imagination, belief in self, belief in its role as creator, okay, sends out, right, this message to the universe, which comes back around, right? Comes back around. All of these cards pointing back right at it. So it's like telling you, Sagittarius, what you put out into the universe, what you emit, the vibration that you emit. I'm getting that strongly as well for a number of you. The vibration that you emit is what you experience. Okay, what is brought back to you. And it's that reflective experience that I feel is coming full circle. It's that realization is coming full circle. And it's profound. And it may absolutely, absolutely have to do with love. It may absolutely have to do with simply, right, coming to the realization that in matters of love, even, you are, it's like, you must be solid in and of yourself, right, in order to fly high, to soar as one of two. Right? You, both of your wings as a bird must be somehow in synchrony, balanced. Six of Cups. So as you've been spending much time on the internalization of that truth, of that realization, it comes into full-fledged action. And you know it. You know it, and you've known it, and you know it's coming. I will say that as well. Okay. But it's just this, it's like what I sent out right now coming back around. Oh my goodness. It's magical. It's magical. And it's this resilience and this fortitude, right? The resilience and the fortitude and the intention that was set, right? With whatever that message was that you emitted, whatever that vision was that you transferred in some kind of way into the ether, that it's like I'm getting like a lasso vibe, and also like it's a boomerang. That's what it is. It's a boomerang sort of configuration of energy. Okay, between you and the present and you and the future. But your future, you realize, was by way of your even your past and your present. What you emitted, again, coming back around now. You're coming out, absolutely, with whatever this truth is, stepping into a place of greater wholeness, okay, with your more vulnerable side as well, right? That with which you offer of yourself in an emotional capacity, which, again, you've wanted to do for so very long, and you have a lot to say. I will say that as well. You have a lot to say. Look at the Son of Cups. Its chalice is filled with these very colorful brushes, just waiting to paint everything, all of its emotions on the canvas. Every bit of what it's felt for so long, right? That maybe it held back, it repressed in some way. Four of Cups. Now, right? Putting pen to paper, projected on the big screen. So, now, that Son of Cups swims into your energetic pathway. Two of Pentacles in reverse, Eight of Cups upright. Another alluding to the theme of balance. Two of Pentacles, butterfly. So, what's interesting is that this butterfly, I will say that there's a lot of flow and motion and movement of energy, and I'm feeling it's very water-like as well, speaking to, again, the emotional realm. But there's something about creation, manifestation, something that where you were feeling stagnant in the past. Sagittarius, the energy is now moving through, moving forward. Okay. The kind of feeling I'm getting is like the Wheel of Fortune card, Major Arcana, right? Coming back around. Nonetheless, okay. The Two of Pentacles is flying. I almost said swimming. Swimming, flying. And in the beginning, right, I had this feeling of you in a community pool. Okay, something about water. Water. And hey, the Two of Pentacles, right, this butterfly, is accompanied by this Eight of Cups. Heavy water energy. So, something about water, absolutely. Okay, but this butterfly is flying down into this interaction of energy. Specifically, first and foremost, the Devil in reverse. I'm getting that, right, it's this, your strength is derived by way of understanding how in the past you compromised, you sacrificed your sense of inborn stability. Okay, and I'm feeling, right, again, this theme of flight. Remember how we said, right? Each bird must be perfectly, right, stable, fluid, strong in and of itself in order to take that flight, to fly, right? It's this period of rumination on, yes, the emotional reality. What was emotionally dissatisfying in some kind of way. And the realization of the role that you played in that. And how, in some way, the stability of self on your part, on anyone else's part as well, right? You and this other person, if it's two people, collectively contributed to that. Right? It's this internalization of the process that charged this whole beginning, this whole transformation. And the newness comes by way of that revision of that process, by way of that understanding. Okay, the butterfly is getting like swept up into this whirlpool, this vortex, this boomerang of energy from the past, the present, and the future. Right? All of this that's going on. Right? It's like the butterfly is taking a deep dive. That's what it feels like. In order to transmute this energy from the past. And it's the emotional expression and the emotional revelation and the coming to terms emotionally with that, and with that need to make that detour, right, before the flight can be taken once and for all. That happens here. And so what I'm getting, this feeling I'm getting for you, Sagittarius, is that of like, you know, when I've heard that there are some pools around the world. It's like a whirlpool, right? And on the outer rim of the pool, still on the inside of it, right, there's this very swift sort of vortex-like motion of the water where it moves very quickly, right? And so it's like if you step into the pool, right? Like you set one foot into the pool, the gravitational pull of the water and the velocity at which it's moving It's like a black hole kind of vibe, okay, that I'm getting. It's like, it pulls you in. Okay, and that's what's happening to this butterfly. It's getting pulled in, and the Son of Cups is getting pulled in by way of the butterfly, and Temperance is getting pulled in by way of the Son of Cups. I'm telling you, it's like this. They're all, and that's that wave, that mirror-like energy that I mentioned in the very beginning. Right? It's like one after the other, single file line. It's like all the pieces are coming back together. And there's like this vision I'm having of like teeth that I feel are like, it's like the straightening of teeth in some kind of way. So, right, this butterfly, right, realizes that its freedom is not by way of simply, right, flying away from the scene, from the past of emotional dissatisfaction. It's a matter of surrendering itself to the need to dive deeper so that it may repair, so that it may heal, so that it may align fully with whatever void, right, or whatever imbalance that it has internally, right? It's like it must recalibrate so that it may fly in a way that is, right, not just solo, like peace, I'm out of here, yes, right, like the situation was sucked, whatever it was, but right, I'm not just going to fly away from it and pretend it never happened, right? It's a learning lesson, and it's got to come full circle, and it's a matter of me, the importance of me internalizing whatever this past was, whatever this whole entire experience was for me, what it said about me, and what it meant for me, and what it helped me see in myself, most importantly, realizing, right, it all comes back again to this magician who gets sucked right from behind into its own vision of the future, the very point from which it itself was birthed. Time and space is an illusion. All that exists is now. So you're coming to that point, like full circle Sagittarius. Okay, you're coming back into your own. And from there you take the flight. From there you take the flight, right? In emotional bliss, harmony, satisfaction, ultimate release point. Right? That's how, right, it all comes full circle. Realizing again that it's a matter of your own capability to create the world that you seek, that you see, as that is what comes back around the mountain. Okay, Sagittarius, what a beautiful reading. Oh my goodness, right? Chills. It's lovely. And I hope you have a beautiful May. All right, please feel free to check out your rising, ascendant, or moon sign as well, as oftentimes they may provide further insights for you into your situation. I know, for example, I resonate a lot with my moon, which is Sagittarius, so I was absolutely feeling it. But nonetheless, if you don't know your signs, you can click the link below in the description box that I provide, and that will compute your signs for you. All right, just make sure, though, that you have your exact birth time, as sometimes your ascendant rising can change with a few minutes here and there. It may not, and your moon may not change, so you can play around with it if you know the general times. All right, nonetheless, enjoy May, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.